You are most specially welcome to this segment of the program. My name hasn't changed. It is still Inuagata Nosahai. And today we are looking at a very wonderful subject. Our topic for the conversation we have this morning is 4 important workplace culture that attract and retain great talent. 4 important workplace culture that attract and retain great talent. There are some employees out there, there are so many job seekers out there, who have declined on working with some organizations, some companies, some businesses that pays very well, that pays very high, and they go to work for other companies or other organizations that pay less, sometimes even pay 50% less than what the other company is paying. Now, it happens. You see a situation whereby, people don't really see money as a priority anytime they're trying to get a job with an organization or get a job with a business. Out there, they say that money is not everything. And this practically play out every now and then in our workplace, in organizations, in systems, whereby you see a situation like I've mentioned, where people will prefer to rather work with an organization or a business with less remuneration, with less pay than a company that pays so high. Now, there are so many companies that, pay well, but these companies are not well. Now, they are not well in the sense that they have a very toxic workplace culture. And people out there value culture more than money. There are many people out there that value culture more than money. Culture is the way, workplace culture is the way an organization behaves. Workplace culture is the character of your workplace as a business owner. Workplace culture is a general attitude of the workplace that you have as a business owner or as a business manager. And there are many people that would rather prefer a positive workplace culture than go for a toxic workplace culture, not minding the fact that you are even paying so well or so high. Like I said, there are many organizations that pay well, but these organizations are not well. They are not well in the sense that they have a very, very bad workplace culture. And so that is why I told you this morning we are looking at 4 important workplace culture that attract and retain great talent. The first one is the culture of innovation and creativity. The era we are in at the moment is an era that so much values creativity and value innovation. It is an era of innovation. And many employees, many job seekers, especially the new generation job seekers, are highly animated, to innovate. They are highly animated, to create value for the workplace and for the marketplace. And if you have a workplace culture that supports innovation, if you have a workplace culture that supports creativity, you are going to see that these people that are highly animated for innovation, they are highly animated for creativity, you are going to see them working with you, even when your pay may not be so high, even when your pay may be far less than what some other organizations with toxic work culture may be paying. They will stick with you just because you create an atmosphere where they can express, their potentials, where they can, bring their ideas to the table in creative and innovative way. This is very important. 4 important workplace culture that attract and retain great talent. The first one is the culture of innovation and creativity. The second one is the culture of teamwork and collaboration. Chemistry is everything. The ability for people to mix well together. You may have a high pay, or you may be paying so well, but if there is no opportunity for people to, exchange ideas, exchange perspectives, and then, be able to bring out the best out of them as a result of, fluid collaboration and chemistry in the system, they may not want to work with you. People are looking for synergetic companies to work with. People are looking for synergetic organization to work with. an atmosphere, an environment whereby, you know, they will have opportunity to cross-pollinate ideas and then become better versions of themselves while working with your organization. If your system, if your organization have a workplace culture of teamwork and collaboration, I bet you people will want to stick with you, people will want to stay with you and continue to contribute value to your organization or system. Then the third one is the culture that value and celebrate extra mile effort and the results that come out of this extra mile effort. When you have an atmosphere, because that is another definition of the word workplace culture. Workplace culture is the atmosphere of your workplace, the atmosphere of your workplace. Now, if you have a workplace atmosphere, you know, that rewards or appreciates, you know, employees who put in extra mile, and then even you also celebrate and appreciate the result that comes out of this extra mile effort, you are going to see people that will be highly engaged. One of the strategic ways you promote employee engagements, where your people are passionately committed and dedicated to advancing the cause of your organization, is when you celebrate, you appreciate, you acknowledge extra mile effort and the results that also, you know, come out of this extra mile effort. This is so strategic. This is very important. The fourth one, which I will be concluding with this morning, remember the topic of our conversation is 4 important workplace culture that attracts and retain great talent. Remember, culture is a character, workplace culture is a character of the workplace. Workplace culture is a behavior of the workplace. Workplace culture is the attitude of the workplace. Workplace culture is the atmosphere of the workplace. The fourth workplace culture that attracts and retain great talent is the culture of training and development. The culture of training and development. Now listen closely. Training is a strategy. Training is a strategy that makes your people more viable. That means that it makes them more productive. Now, when your people becomes more viable, when your people becomes more productive, that means that your organization becomes more viable. Your organization becomes more productive. And that cannot happen by accident. It happens when you have that comprehensive training culture that continue to add value to these people, and then these people, you know, they raise up their game in bringing value to the organization, in bringing value to you, their employer. This is so important. You know, the culture of training and development, human capital development, you know, is a culture that we cannot overemphasize on, because this is a strategic way you bring out the best out of people. And let me say this here. Training is not what you do to respond to crisis. Training is not what you do to respond to problems. You know, for a boxer, you know, a boxer doesn't train on the boxing ring. He trains well ahead of that fight. This is very important. So training is not something you do to quickly react to a problem that has cropped up. You want to try to manage this crisis and all that. Training is what you proactively do ahead. Training is what you strategically and proactively do ahead. This is very, very important. I believe that lots of value have been added to you today. Remember, the subject of our conversation has been 4 important workplace culture to attract and retain great talent. I will define again. Culture is the character of the workplace. Workplace culture is the attitude of the workplace. Workplace culture is the atmosphere of the workplace. Workplace culture is the behavior of the workplace. And that there are behaviors you need to exhibit for you to be able to retain great talents, and not just only attract great talent, but retain them. And that is what we have looked at this morning. The first one, the culture of innovation and creativity. The second one, the culture of teamwork and collaboration. The third one, the culture that value and celebrate extra mile effort and the result from this extra mile effort. Then the fourth one, the culture of training and development. Now, you just reach out to me on, you know, my social media handles. You check me on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, and then with my name, you are able to reach me. Send your questions across. I give them, you know, you answers immediately. And when I return next week, Wednesday, my name will not change. It will still remain the amiable Inwa Rata No Sahai. Your day is so blessed. Thank you.